Hello, this is Dale, and this is my nightly video blog for Monday, May 16th. Well, a nice little trade in the SPY. We talked about it last night, that if we had a measured move to the upside, which we did indeed, right around 10 o'clock actually. I got in with the May 20. That's the new way that they're now designating these. May 20 means it expires on the 20th, and that is, it used to be the monthly or the third week in May, and now they just give the expiration date first and the month after. The 20 May 2005 call, because I knew it wasn't going to be in there very long. It did give a measured move early on. I got in for $1.40 on that, exited at the end of the day as it went up to the Fibonacci 261 and captured 87% on that trade. Now, we'll go over that right away. Also had a good day on the RUT, as the RUT is getting very close to where we've got about 7% versus our margin requirement in that trade, and that's very close to about 70%. And I'm looking towards exiting that, but we're going to watch that, and as long as it continues to go up, we're going to stay with it. As soon as we start to see any weakness, I think it makes sense to back out of that. We're still holding on to our McDonald's call, and that did quite well today. We lost a little bit on Pittsburgh Plate Glass and Amgen, but in the long run, I think these puts are good for us to have in that portfolio. There is no action for tomorrow, so we're just going to watch the market. Remember, options, so this is not a recommendation to buy or sell. Options Infinity LLC is not a registered investment advisor or a licensed broker. Information and videos found on this site are for educational purposes only. Let's take a look at that SPY trade. And we talked about this last night. We knew that it was down here. It came down to the 161 of the very large measured move here. It was also down very close to the -2. And I said if we got any motion to the upside, a measured move, we want to get that. And we had a measured move early in the session. It actually completed the measured move right here, right around 10 o'clock, and that's when we got in. Right at 10 o'clock, we got in with the 20 May 2005 205 call, 205 call, and you can see that measured move, if we put some Fibonacci's on there, it exploded through the 127, right through the 161. When it got up around the 261 and the +1 on the regression channel, I thought that was a great point to take profits. Yeah, I think it might go a little higher, because I think we're in this channel right now where it might go up around here, but it's going to get a lot of resistance up as it gets up around here, and I don't see it going to higher highs. I remain bullish on the market, but you know, this was a great point to take profit, and that was an 87% trade, getting in at 10 o'clock and getting out about 3:30. And that's the way you play the weeklies. It's just a matter of following the near-term chart, the 10-day, 15-minute chart, looking for something that is either overbought, which is up around the +2, or oversold, which is down around the -2 on the standard deviation of the regression channel. Then once we see a measured move going in the direction that we want to put the trade on, we put that on, and we exit at Fibonacci's either on the regression standard deviation ±1, ±2, or the Fibonacci extension of the 161 or the 261, and that's why I got out right here. And it's something that just, it goes all the time between these regression channel. The market usually is not trending. about 70% of the time. Usually the market is just going sideways, going up and down in a channel formation. That's what it's been doing for about the last month. And that can be very profitable to trade short term. These aren't even swing trades. These are very quick in and out. We want to get in there, get out when you see that it reaches the Fibonacci's. Take that profit and wait till it finishes its move. If it gets up around here and then gives a measured move to the downside, you want to go ahead and reverse that. And that's how you play the weeklies very, very profitably. The other ETF we watch on the weeklies is TLT, and you can see how TLT had a measured move, but it's way down here where a put doesn't give you much reward for the risk. So I'm going to let this play out and see where it goes, but at this point in time we're just watching TLT. Taking a look at our theta trade, with the RUT being up considerably today. You can see the RUT was up around 15.5 points. A nice rebound off these lows, and we talked about this last night, that there's a lot of support. This was a lot of support for the RUT, and surely we saw that explosion to the upside. We are now at 7% gain for the month of June. We got in at about $1.85. It's sitting right around $1.15. That's 70 cents profit. That's a 7% gain on your margin, or 70% of what we're trying to accomplish. So that worked out very well for us. Now, what I want to do is, if it continues to rise, I want to stay with the RUT. But as soon as I see some additional weakness, because going back to the SPY, which is the S&P 500, we looked at that and said, hey, this is channeling. This is channeling. Okay, so the RUT is going to channel too. So if the RUT has another day or two of up motion, I wouldn't be a bit surprised it's going to then peel back. Well, at that point in time, we're going to be very close to our profit goal, and that makes a lot of sense for us to go ahead and exit that at that point. So keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on this. Now, if it has a little bit of a loss and it's down around here, don't worry about that. I'm talking about if you start seeing a big move down, go ahead and exit. Otherwise, just stay with this RUT. Then on our directionals, we got out of Nike, as Nike was one of the very few that was down today. And I said, if it's down at all, if it starts down at all, let's go ahead and exit Nike. And I went ahead and did that. Actually, it had a measured move to the downside. Even though it's oversold, I think exiting Nike is a good idea, because we had a call on that. The other call we have is McDonald's, and McDonald's had a nice move today to the upside, so we're just going to hold on to that. And our two puts that we had were Pittsburgh Plate Glass and Amgen. They were up, so we lost a little bit on that, but all in all, the portfolio was up for the day. So we'll just hold on to those puts as we go into the week. And that's my blog for tonight. Come on back tomorrow night. Bye-bye now.